Let's do it.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so I'm Jeremy Kelly. I'm the broker of Kelly Realty, and I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Our mission in regards to these little, y'all can hear me, y'all want to say the matter though?
Whatever you want to do.
Y'all can hear me good. All right, so our mission in regards to these little libraries is pretty simple. We want to plant these resources in underserved communities, and we want to intentionally fill them with books that reflect the children in the community, because we really deeply understand the power of representation. Jackie has been educating me on what book deserts are, and much of North Montgomery and much of West Montgomery finds itself in a book desert, and that's just defined as a region where most of the households have less than 10 books inside of them. And so we imagine these little libraries being like an oasis in the middle of these book deserts, giving life-changing resources to the residents inside of the community. So we're deeply, deeply excited about this little library, and we are really, really grateful for our partners in this mission. One of my favorite African proverbs says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And so with that in mind, we linked up with the Montgomery Education Foundation, with the City of Montgomery, and with the Parks and Recs Department to put these little libraries in each of the community centers here in town.
Awesome.
And so we are really, really ecstatic about it. I want to take the time to acknowledge my team that's here. I see you, Patrice. I see you, Tracy. I see you, Jen. The media that's here, Gumptown Magazine, y'all be everywhere, and we want to thank you. Cedric Garner, the great Cedric Garner. Really, really appreciate you, sir. And any other community leaders that may find themselves here, the Montgomery Education Foundation is here, Parks and Recs is here, and faculty is here as well that works directly with the students. Mrs. Johnson is actually a reading specialist, and she works directly with the students. Let's take a second to honor her. Thank you for your commitment to the Thank you. We appreciate you. And so,
at this time, we welcome Jackie. She is with MEF, and she's going to just be going over a special program that they will be starting.
All right.
Good morning, everyone. Today's really Jeremy's day, so I'm going to keep this real quick. So we, on top of a lot of what Jeremy mentioned, we also know that just throughout this pandemic, so many resources have become such a challenge for so many of our families in Montgomery. But learning resources are, working at the Ed Foundation is something that we're constantly thinking about, and we know that it's been a really great challenge for a lot of our families and a lot of our kids. So we're excited to be able to put resources into the community, such as books and characters and stories that look and sound and feel just like our children. And this summer we are we're creating a program called MGM Leaps, because we believe that, as a community, our schools are working so hard. And members of the community, we really want to be able to come together and help accelerate our students' learning, because we know that there's been a lot of unfinished learning that's happened due to different disruptions because of the pandemic, and we're just excited to support that. So we're just grateful that Jeremy is our friend. So thank you.
Great to y'all being my friends. So, Jackie, I want you to join me up here. And the staff of Parks and Recs, we're going to go ahead and unveil our little library.
Good.
I guess on three we'll do this, right? 1, 2, 3. No, it's all good. Some of the singles wanted to come here. And so another thing that we did, and if you didn't get one, please grab one. We have bookmarks that we created for the students. And so I'm a real estate broker, and at heart, one of my main missions is home ownership, especially in the Black community. And what I found is that a lot of times people feel like buying a house is an insurmountable goal. And so we wanted to start to introduce the idea of home ownership to kids at a really, really early age. So you see that we kind of crafted this to look like a house, but we also put together these little comic strips that introduce the idea and plant the seeds of home ownership in the minds of the next generation.
That's awesome. Great.
And as Jeremy mentioned too, another thing that we've sort of added is that, and we're excited, we are excited for our kids to interact with these books. and part of it is we put in a little book review in both English and in Spanish. So our children can let us know what they think about the books, what they think about the characters, and a way to sort of really, go beyond. So reading and then also saying like, hey, let's do something with this book. And then, we get some feedback, and we're excited to just make this better and better for our kids.
All right. Congratulations.